In the land of Israel, there is a hidden tragedy that many are unaware of. According to estimates from rescue organizations such as Yad L'Achim and Yad L'Achim, over 3,500 Jewish women are married to Arab men and live in Arab towns and villages. Thousands more are in common law marriages or relationships with Arab men. For some, life in these communities is quiet, though marked by a ritual conversion to Islam and a complete integration into Arab culture. But for many, the reality is far more harrowing, marked by abuse, fear, and isolation. These women often find themselves trapped in a cycle of violence and despair. Marriages that began with promises of love and acceptance soon unravel into nightmares, complicated by drug addiction, immorality, and severe physical and emotional abuse. And it's not just the women who suffer. There are thousands of children born to Jewish mothers who are also victims of this tragic situation. These children, Jewish according to Jewish law, but considered Muslim under Islamic religious law, are caught in the middle of two worlds. If a woman dares to seek a divorce, the situation becomes even more dire. According to Islamic law, children as young as 3 are automatically given back to their father, and tragically, Israeli government policy often accommodates Islamic family law in Arab communities, leaving these Jewish women with no legal recourse to keep their children. The most heart-wrenching part of the story is the loss of an entire generation of Jewish children. These children grow up knowing little to nothing about their Jewish heritage. They identify with their father's culture, often viewing themselves through the lens of their father's beliefs. But in the darkest moments, hope can shine the brightest. For Osherit, who lived this reality in Gaza, that hope came in the form of Yad L'Achim, an organization dedicated to rescuing Jewish women and children trapped in these unimaginable situations. After years of suffering, Osherit finally saw a glimmer of freedom, a chance to escape the nightmare she had been living in. Picture this: you've reached the brink of freedom, just one step away from safety, and you hear the words that could shatter everything. Send her back to Gaza. Osherit stood frozen, her baby in her arms, 3 little ones clinging to her. The fear in her heart was overwhelming, but she didn't give in. She knew this was their only chance, and she ran. When they crossed the Erez checkpoint, their nightmare was over. They were welcomed by soldiers who represented not just safety, but a new beginning. For the first time in years, Osherit felt something she had almost forgotten: hope. She's here, she's safe. The cries of joy rang out as Osherit's sister finally held her in her arms again. After years of separation, years of fear, they were together once more, but this time they were free. In that moment, Osherit did something symbolic, something powerful. She threw off the dress that had symbolized her oppression, her imprisonment. She and her children ran, not just away from the past, but toward a future filled with possibility. According to Yossi Eliav, director of Yad L'Achim Special Projects, people around the world have no idea how many Jewish women and children are trapped in these nightmares every single year. It's almost impossible for someone living in the West to imagine what it's like to be completely isolated in an Arab village, to live like a prisoner without access to even a phone or the ability to step outside. Our mission at Yad L'Achim is to bring these stories to light and save as many lives as we can. Yad L'Achim's Special Operations Branch is dedicated to rescuing Jews in the most dire situations. These missions are conducted in absolute secrecy because lives are on the line, the lives of the women, their children, and the brave operatives who risk everything to bring them to safety. Since its inception, Yad L'Achim has rescued thousands of Jewish women and children from life-threatening abuse and despair. Thanks to Yad L'Achim, Osherit and her children have a second chance at life. No longer trapped, they live in safety and freedom. The organization provided them with a safe shelter, supported their reintegration into Israeli society, and gave them the tools to rebuild their lives. Osherit said the following: "I was trapped in a prison for years, but today I am free. I've been able to fly, to get a driver's license, to buy a car, find a job, and raise my children in a home filled with love and security. I owe everything to Yad L'Achim. Without them, I don't know where I'd be, maybe still trapped, maybe worse. But today, I have hope and I have a future. Yossi Eliav said the following: we won't stop. Every life we save is a victory against darkness, against despair. Yad L'Achim will continue to be a beacon of hope for those who need it most, rescuing, rebuilding, and giving them the chance to live the life they deserve. Together, we can turn despair into hope. Support Yad L'Achim in their mission to bring light where it is needed most. Every life saved is a story of hope. If this story moved you, please share it, subscribe to our channel, and help spread the word. Let us also remember the captives still being held in Gaza who are suffering as these women did. Let us pray that they are rescued soon and that they too can find freedom and peace.